Hello everyone. The remaining part of the design of rapid sand filter. In the previous session, we have discussed type 1 examples with respect to the rapid sand filter, and type 2 example we will going to discuss. And that type 2 examples are particularly dealing with more detailed calculation you have to do. But in the previous exam before 5-6 years ago, they are mostly asking about the type 1 example, but now in the exam, Mumbai University exam, they are asking about more detailed design of the rapid sand filter, that is nothing but the type 2. Hence, in order to solve the example of type 2 category with respect to the rapid sand filter, a design criteria or help of the design criteria is required. Today we will going to see what is the design criteria, which type of design criteria is required in order to solve the type 2 example with respect to the rapid sand filter. Let's start the session. As in the previous class or previous lecture, we have discussed that construction and working or theoretical background with respect to the rapid sand filter we have discussed. In this corresponding theoretical background, I have explained you all the things related to the construction and working of the rapid sand filter, along with the efficiency and along with the uses as well as applications of the rapid sand filter. All the things we have discussed means you are familiar with overall construction, overall efficiency as well as uses or application of rapid sand filter is well known to you, as if you have referred the previous lecture. And this is nothing but the diagram. This is nothing but the diagram, overall diagram, which deals with what? It is two-dimensional diagram, and as I have discussed in the previous class also, this diagram you should draw. This diagram you should draw when the question is asked related to the construction and working of the rapid sand filter. And particularly talking about the detailed design of the rapid sand filter, particularly talking about the detailed design of the rapid sand filter, which things we have to design we will going to see in detail. Which things we have to design we will going to see in detail means rapid sand filter unit we have to design, filter media we have to design, under drainage system we have to design, all the things we have to design, that in a detail we will going to see. And reference of every example is nothing but the theory. Reference of every practical example which you are going to solve or any numerical which you are going to solve, first you should aware that your theory background should be clear, concept should be clear, then it is more easy for you to solve the calculation part if you are knowing the background. And background already we have discussed. Now we will move towards more detailed design of this corresponding rapid sand filter. Here step number one is nothing but the design of filter units. Step number one is nothing but design of filter units. Total steps in this example are: step number 1 is design of filter units, step number 2 is design of under drainage system, then step number 3 is wash water discharge and velocity, and step number 4 is design of wash water troughs. And step number 5 estimation of thickness of sand bed. Means these 5 steps you have to follow. And you have to solve the corresponding example. These 5 steps you have to follow and you have to solve the corresponding example. Just a minute. We will see one by one step. And step number 1 is nothing but design of filter units. Step number 1, particularly talking about the step number 1, it is more easy step, much easier step, because part of the step number 1 already we have completed in the type 1 example, and that type 1 example is nothing but your corresponding step number 1, and that is nothing but the very easy to calculate the dimensions of the width and length of the tank. That is nothing but the step number 1, design of filter units. Very simple step or very simple procedure is there to calculate the corresponding dimensions of the filter unit. And finally we will arriving of at such layout of rapid sand filter which is developed after estimating the width and length of the corresponding tank. स्टेप नंबर 1 मध्ये आपण फिल्टर युनिटचं कॅल्क्युलेशन करणार आहे. फिल्टर युनिटचं कॅल्क्युलेशन म्हणजेच त्याच्यामध्ये आपण बघितलं मागच्या टाईपच्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये, तर त्याच्यामध्ये काय काय येत होतं. मागच्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं मॅक्झिमम डिमांड आपण काढत होतो, त्यानंतर एरिया आपण कॅल्क्युलेट करत होतो बाय युजिंग द इक्वेशन Q इज इक्वल टू एरिया इंटू वेलोसिटी, and rate of filtration we are assuming. If it is not given, then if it is already given we will take it as it is, and त्याचा रेफरन्स घेऊन लेंथ टू विड्थ चा रेशो आपण अज्युम करत होतो आणि डायमेन्शन्स काढत होतो. सेम स्टेप वी आर गोइंग टू फॉलो, and step number 1 already we have completed in the previous class, and if you have not seen the previous class, please go through the lecture and see what are the steps which we have followed to solve the example, particularly in order to calculate or determine the width and length of the tank. And this is final diagram after the calculation this is nothing but the final diagram which becomes after the calculation of what, after calculation of all the things with respect to the length and width of the tank. And step number 1 you have solved, just take the reference of previous example. I am not going to elaborate in detail. Okay, already we have discussed so much related to the this point, that is in the type 1 type of example in the rapid sand filter. This is step number 1, and we will see the design criteria required for rapid sand filter. That is step number 1 is nothing but design of filter units, that is determination of width and length of the tank. Design of filter unit, that is determination of width and length of the tank. When such detailed design examples are asked in your corresponding question paper, design completely a set of rapid sand filters. Such type of the questions they are asking. Or design rapid sand filter unit, also design the under drainage system and wash water troughs. Such types of the examples are asked. If you are referred the question paper of Mumbai University, such types of the modern examples are asked which requires more detailed calculation, and that we are seeing now. And step number 1 is nothing but design of filter unit, that is determination of the width and length. But one thing you have to assume in this case, that is nothing but amount of wash water required for cleaning the filter. Amount of wash water required for cleaning the filter is equal to 2 to 4% of the water filtered. Means out of the total water filtered, you have to kept aside 2% to 4% volume of the total filter water for washing purpose, or which washing, back washing purpose, because in the rapid sand filter we have seen cleaning is done with the help of back washing. त्यामुळे एक्स्ट्रा प्रोव्हिजन तिथे केलेली असते बॅक वॉशिंगची, आणि बॅक वॉशिंग साठी लागणारं वॉटर म्हणजे किती आहे, 2 to 4% ऑफ द टोटल वॉटर फिल्टर्ड. जेवढं वॉटर फिल्टर आउट होणार आहे त्यातला 2 to 4% जो व्हॉल्यूम आहे किंवा पार्ट आहे तो कशासाठी लागणार आहे, तुमच्या बॅक वॉशिंग साठी लागणार आहे. ओके, दॅट यू हॅव टू अज्युम. as well as next thing we have to assume, that is rate of filtration, and as all of you are knowing, that is rate of filtration of rapid sand filter is too much higher, and it is in the range of 3000 to 6000 liters per hour per meter square of filter area. Okay, this is also one of the very important assumption which is required in order to tackle with the step number 1. These two assumptions we have to take as a reference, and we have to solve the example. I will be giving you one example, and simultaneously we will solve the example with discussion, and you come to know that how these two assumptions are used in order to calculate the dimensions of the width and length of the tank, that is design of filter units. This is with respect to the step number 1. Already 70 to 80% part covered in the previous example. Okay, just take the reference of it. Same steps are there. Then step number second, that is nothing but, sorry, one thing I want to tell you, that same steps are there, but two additional steps are introduced here. That is amount of wash water required for cleaning the filter, which is not there in the previous type, and rate of filtration, it is also there, but this is a new thing, amount of wash water, that you have to consider. We will see after solving the one example. Now we will move towards the step number 2, that is nothing but the design of under drainage system. Step number 2 is nothing but design of under drainage system. In this case, this is nothing but the cross-sectional diagram of the rapid sand filter, and where is the location of the under drainage system. This is nothing but the under drainage system. It is located, just a minute. This is nothing but the under drainage system, which is located at the bottom of the tank, and above the under drainage system gravel layer is there, above the gravel layer sand layer is there. And we have to design the under drainage system, means we have to design for this lateral and main drain, because under drainage system types we have seen lateral and manifold, then perforated type of the system second, then third is pipe and strainer type of the system. In the previous class we have discussed, I have uploaded the video of previous class also. And in the design of under drainage system, this is nothing but the plan view or top view of the under drainage system that you have to design, because looking from the one side or looking from the sectional point of view, you are not able to see, only circles you are able to observe, but you are not going to imagine where is the under drainage system. If we look from the top view 100%, we will get an idea about the under drainage system. This is nothing but the plan view or top view of the under drainage system, where under drainage system consists of what? Under drainage system consists of a central manifold pipe, and it is having a connection of smaller diameter pipe. That pipes are known as the laterals, and laterals are connected to the central manifold perpendicular or 90-degree angle with the corresponding central manifold. And this detailed design about the lateral, this is the thing, but the detailed design about the central manifold pipe that we have to do in solving the example. And diameter of the manifold pipe generally 40 centimeter, and diameter of the laterals is about 10 centimeter. These are some assumptions that we will take it as a reference. And in India, all the designers who are engaging in the water supply, all the designers means all the civil engineers who are engaging in the water supply or working in the field of water supply, particularly in the water treatment plant, when they are designing the under drainage system, they are giving the preference to a manifold and lateral system instead of the other types. Conventional design used for under drainage system is manifold and lateral system. This system which I have displayed on the screen, for this system you have to do the calculation. We will see what is the calculation part. In the design of under drainage system, that is step number 2, as I have discussed, we have to use, or every engineer, most of the engineers in India are preferring this system, and we will take the reference of this design and we will design the under drainage system based on the laterals and manifold criteria, or lateral and manifold type of the under drainage system we will provide. Here we will see what are the assumptions with such type of the system we have to design. When lateral and manifold type of the under drainage system is provided, means the previous diagram which we have seen, means what is the meaning of lateral and manifold. Now we have understood. Remember, lateral is nothing but the smaller diameter pipe, जी स्मॉलर डायमीटरची असते त्याला आपण लॅटरल्स म्हणतो, आणि लॅटरल्स कनेक्टेड असतात लार्जर डायमीटर पाईपला, तर त्या पाईपला आपण म्हणतो सेंट्रल मॅनिफोल्ड पाईप. आता ह्या अंडर ड्रेनेज सिस्टीममध्ये ज्या मॅनिफोल्ड पाईप प्रोव्हाइड केलेले आहेत, सेंट्रल आहे आणि लॅटरल्स, तर त्याचा ॲडव्हान्टेज काय असतं रॅपिड सँड फिल्टरमध्ये, त्याला परफोरेशन्स असतात किंवा ओपनिंग्स असतात. दोन गोष्टीसाठी त्याचा यूज होतो. फर्स्ट थिंग इज नथिंग बट व्हॉट, इट टेक्स ऑफ द क्लिअर वॉटर और फिल्टर्ड वॉटर, कारण की ते सगळ्यात फिल्टर लेअरच्या बॉटमला सिच्युएटेड असतात, त्यामुळे ते सगळं फिल्टर्ड वॉटर घेणार आहेत. फर्स्ट फंक्शन. आणि सेकंड इम्पॉर्टंट फंक्शन परफॉर्म बाय देम इज, वी हॅव सीन बॅक वॉशिंगसाठी काय काय लागतं, बॅक वॉशिंगचं वॉटर लागतं आणि काय लागतं, कॉम्प्रेस्ड एअर. तर त्या परफोरेशन्स ओपनिंग मधून ते कॉम्प्रेस्ड एअर आणि सप्लाय आणि वॉश वॉटरचा सप्लाय पास होतो. हे दोन इम्पॉर्टंट फंक्शन्स आहेत जे परफॉर्म केले जातात अंडर ड्रेनेज सिस्टीम, जे आपण प्रोव्हाइड केलेले आहे लॅटरल अँड मॅनिफोल्डची, त्याच्या थ्रू परफॉर्म केले जातात. And just we will see the assumption which are required to design such laterals and manifold. Indirectly, that is nothing but under drainage system or part of the under drainage system. First assumption is nothing but assume that total area of perforations is 0.2 to 0.3% of total filter area. Assume that total area of perforations is 0.2 to 0.3% of total filter area of single filter unit. Means area of perforations are nothing but the openings or holes which are provided on the under drainage system. And important assumption, total area of perforation is 0.2 to 0.3% of the total filter area. Means suppose this is nothing but your, just 1 minute. Suppose this is nothing but your filter, rectangular shaped filter. Hence total area of the filter, how we are calculating, the corresponding width or B, and we are calculating the corresponding capital L, that is nothing but length. And total area of perforations is nothing but 0.2 to 0.3% of total filter area. म्हणजे very less area is there for perforations. Just a minute. Okay, the red color area is approximately 0.2 to 0.3% of the total filter area of single filter unit. म्हणजे परफोरेशन्स किंवा ओपनिंग जे असणार आहेत लॅटरल्स वरती, तर टोटल फिल्टर एरियाच्या किती पर्सेंट तो परफोरेशनचा एरिया अजूम करायचा आहे आपल्याला, 0.2 to 0.3%. व्हेरी लेस एरिया वी हॅव टू अज्युम. ओके, फर्स्ट इम्पॉर्टंट अजम्पशन. नाव वी विल मूव टुवर्ड्स द सेकंड अजम्पशन, that is diameter of perforation or openings in the laterals is 5 mm to 12 mm. Diameter of perforations or openings in the laterals is 5 mm or 12 mm. Means suppose this is the lateral pipe, this is nothing but the lateral pipe, and diameter of perforations or openings जे आपण प्रोव्हाइड करणार आहे lateral pipe वरती, परफोरेशन 1 2 3 4, डायमीटर त्याची किती असणार आहे अजूम करायचे, 5 mm to 12 mm. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट और थर्ड अजम्पशन इज नथिंग बट assume total cross sectional area of laterals is equal to 2 times the cross sectional area of perforations. सगळ्यात मिनिमम एरिया कुणाचा आहे, फिल्टर जे आपण डिझाइन करणार आहे, लिस्ट एरिया सगळ्यात कमी एरिया कोणाचा असणार आहे, सगळ्यात लहान कोण आहे, परफोरेशन्स और ओपनिंग्स, त्याच्यापेक्षा मोठं कोण आहे, लॅटरल्स. त्यामुळे टोटल क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ऑफ लॅटरल ज्यावेळी काढतो त्यावेळी त्याचा मिनिमम जो एरिया आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा कमी त्याचं डबल करायचं आहे, और 2 टाइम्स. हेन्स टोटल क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ऑफ लॅटरल्स इज इक्वल टू 2 टाइम्स द total cross sectional area of perforation. This is nothing but one of the important assumption you have to remember. Then fourth assumption is nothing but assume total cross sectional area of manifold is equal to 2 times the total cross-sectional area of laterals. Assume total cross-sectional area of manifold is 2 times the cross-sectional area of laterals. Means suppose this is nothing but, suppose this is filter area, width and length, and perforations, this is nothing but the central manifold pipe. These are nothing but the smaller laterals which are provided here. Similar present on left hand or right hand side. Okay. सगळ्यात लहान कोणतं आहे आपल्याला लॅटरल्स वरचे होल्स और परफोरेशन्स. हे जे होल्स किंवा आहेत परफोरेशन्स आहेत दीज आर स्मॉलर. ओके, ही लॅटरल्स आहेत त्याच्यावरती परफोरेशन जे आहेत दीज आर व्हेरी स्मॉलर. त्यामुळे लॅटरल्सचा एरिया ज्यावेळी आपण कॅल्क्युलेट करतो, लॅटरलचा एरिया ज्यावेळी कॅल्क्युलेट करतो त्यावेळी रेफरन्स कशाचा घेतो, सगळ्यात स्मॉलरचा, म्हणजे 2 times द एरिया ऑफ परफोरेशन्स. सपोज आय एम डिनोटिंग परफोरेशन्स बाय P. आता लॅटरल्स पेक्षा जास्त कुठला एरिया आहे, मॅनिफोल्ड. आता मॅनिफोल्डचा एरिया ज्यावेळी करावा लागेल त्यावेळी त्याच्यापेक्षा लिस्ट डायमेन्शन कुठला आहे, नॉट परफोरेशन्स. मॅनिफोल्डचा लिस्ट डायमेन्शन आहे लॅटरल्स. मीन्स 2 times the cross sectional area of lateral. This thing you have to assume. Okay, remember this corresponding step. Okay, then spacing of laterals is equal to 15 to 30 centimeter. Means these are nothing but the laterals, and spacing between these two laterals is taken as 15 centimeter to 30 centimeter. Then length of each lateral is equal to width of filter minus diameter of manifold divided by 2, or width of filter divided by 2 minus diameter of manifold divided by 2. One half we have taken common, and outside of the circle, outside of the bracket, it becomes divided by 2 to the whole expression, that is width of filter minus diameter of manifold divided by 2. What is the meaning of this? Suppose this is nothing but just a minute. Now we will calculate the length of the lateral. This is nothing but the filter area. Here we have provided the width, here not width, here length we have provided, and this is nothing but the width. Okay, width. Now at the center we have a main manifold pipe, and laterals are connected to it. Now what we want, length of laterals. How laterals are placed? These are placed along the width, and one lateral, समजा ह्या lateralची length आपल्याला काढायची आहे. This length we have to calculate, and lateral connection lies exactly at the center of the manifold. या manifoldच्या सेंटरला lateralचं कनेक्शन दिलं जातं. Length of the laterals कशी calculate करणार, width of the lateral divided by 2. एका साईडचं ही एंटायर width आहे divided by 2 मायनस कनेक्शन कुठे आहे, manifoldच्या सेंटरला, म्हणजेच कुठे आहे, diameter of manifold divided by 2. Okay, this expression is there which I have written in this corresponding formula. Okay, that expression I have written here. Okay, width of the filter minus diameter of the manifold divided by 2. Now you have understood how to calculate length of lateral. Then step number 7 is nothing but spacing of perforations. Step number 7 is nothing but spacing of perforations. Perforations are nothing but holes. These are nothing but the perforations, opening. What is its spacing? 8 centimeter for 5 mm holes and 20 centimeter for 12 mm holes. Okay, smaller is the diameter Smaller is the spacing, larger is the diameter, larger is the spacing. Then design of under drainage system, all these steps we have to follow, and all these steps we have to follow in the design of under drainage system. Okay, in Marathi I will tell you which step we have to follow. आपल्याला अंडर ड्रेनेज सिस्टीम डिझाईन करायची आहे, त्यावेळी लॅटरल मॅनिफोल्ड सिस्टीम आपण यूज करणार आहे. स्मॉलर टू लार्जर पर्यंत क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया घ्यायचा आहे, पण सगळ्यात पहिल्यांदा स्मॉलर एरिया, क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया आपल्याला कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा आहे. स्मॉलर म्हणजे परफोरेशनचा एरिया. त्यानंतर डायमीटर ऑफ परफोरेशन सेकंड अजम्पशन आहे आपलं 5 mm to 12 mm अज्युम करायचे आहे. त्यानंतर क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ऑफ लॅटरल्स पेक्षा लहान कोण आहे परफोरेशन्स, त्यामुळे त्याच्या डबल काय असणार आहे क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ऑफ परफोरेशन्स इज इक्वल टू क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ऑफ लॅटरल्स. आता लॅटरल्स पेक्षा मोठं कोण आहे मॅनिफोल्ड, आता मॅनिफोल्ड पेक्षा लहान कोण आहे लॅटरल्स, त्यामुळे टोटल क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ऑफ लॅटरल्स इज इक्वल टू 2 times द टोटल क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया, सॉरी मॅनिफोल्ड इज इक्वल टू 2 times द टोटल क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ऑफ लॅटरल्स असं होणार. त्यानंतर स्पेसिंग ऑफ लॅटरल्स 15 cm to 30 cm. देन लेंथ ऑफ द लॅटरल, लेफ्ट हँड साईडचं आता मी जसं तुम्हाला एक्सप्रेशन दाखवलं त्याची लेंथ काढायला आपल्याला विड्थ ऑफ फिल्टर डिवायडेड बाय 2 मायनस डायमीटर ऑफ मॅनिफोल्ड डिवायडेड बाय 2 करावं लागेल, कारण की एक्झॅक्टली सेंटर ऑफ द मॅनिफोल्ड तिथे कनेक्शन लॅटरलचं केलं जातं ॲट अन 90 degree. देन 6th number इज स्पेसिंग ऑफ परफोरेशन्स और होल्स, that is 8 cm for 5 mm holes and 20 cm for 12 mm holes. Okay. Then in the design of under drainage system, after seeing all this calculation, one check is there in order to tally or in order to cross check that your answers are correct, and that check is nothing but length of the lateral divided by diameter of the lateral should be less than length of the lateral divided by diameter of the lateral should be less than 60. Length of the lateral divided by diameter of the lateral. How we will get the diameter of the lateral? How we will get the diameter of single lateral? Okay, during solving the example we will see. Suppose 8.5 meter is nothing but the width of the tank. Then 15 cm to 20 cm is nothing but spacing of laterals. त्याच्यानुसार आपल्याला काढावं लागेल की त्या स्पेसिंग मध्ये किती लॅटरल्स राहतील आणि एका लॅटरलचा एरिया आपल्याला कॅल्क्युलेट करावं लागेल, आणि त्याच्यानंतर इक्वेट केल्यानंतर लॅटरल्स आर पाइप्स, सर्क्युलर पाइप्स. We have to equate it into pi by 4 d square, and d we have to calculate diameter of laterals. Length of lateral just I have discussed with you how to calculate length of lateral, but for diameter of the lateral during solving the example your idea gets more clear when we will see how to actually calculate the diameter of the laterals. We will find out during solving one design example. Okay, but this check is satisfied if length of the lateral divided by diameter of the lateral, if it comes out less than 60, then your answer is correct. Otherwise you have to cross check answer or you have to change the certain parameters, design parameters in the example. And if it is greater than 60 your answer is incorrect, check is not satisfying. If it is less than 60 all the steps you have followed for the design of under drainage system are correct. मिस्टेक्स कधी होणार आहे ज्यावेळी आपण mm सेंटीमीटर मीटर असं कन्वर्जन केलं तर होणार आहेत. सगळे डायमेन्शन सेम ठेवले तर चेंजेस होणार नाही आहेत. ओके, दॅट यू हॅव टू सी. मध्ये अजम्पशन केलं डायमीटरचं आणि घेताना आपण सेंटीमीटर घेतलं तर एरिया सुद्धा सेंटीमीटरमध्ये पाहिजे, दोन्ही साईडला डायमेन्शन्स सेम पाहिजेत, त्यावेळी आपला हा चेक सॅटिस्फाय होतो, नाहीतर आपला आन्सर विल बी इनकरेक्ट. हेन्स दिस इज इम्पॉर्टंट चेक in order to check the design of under drainage system. Length of lateral divided by diameter of lateral is less than, should be less than 60, then your answer is correct or all the design is correct. Now we will see or move towards the step number 3, that is nothing but design of wash water discharge. Step number 3, that is nothing but design of wash water discharge and wash water velocity. Design of wash water discharge and wash water velocity means this discharge, this is nothing but wash water storage tank This is nothing but the discharge. This wash during the cleaning and maintenance. This wash water comes from the bottom through the under drainage system. Through the under drainage system, this wash water gets equally circulated in first in the gravel, passes through the gravel, then through the gravel it passes through the sand. After passing through the sand, it passes through the wash water troughs and wash water troughs. Just a minute. It passes through the wash water troughs, and that is nothing but the wash water discharge you have to calculate. And velocity, what velocity should be there in order to carry out the backwashing with the help of this wash water, that is very important or next step in the design. I will show you enlarged section, means that this discharge you have to calculate wash water discharge, which should be equally distributed in these wash water troughs, and we have to calculate the speed with which the backwash water enters in your filter. That speed or velocity we have to calculate. That is step number 3. We will see wash water discharge and wash water velocity. Wash water discharge and wash water velocity, that is, one check is there. Velocity of flow in the manifold is in the range of 1.8 meter per second to 2.4 meter per second. Velocity, Q is equal to area into velocity. When we got the discharge value, wash water discharge value, we will see during the example. When we got the wash water discharge value, just we have to equate area into velocity, area of manifold into velocity, and discharge and area if you are knowing with respect to the manifold, then 1.8 to 2.4 meter per second. This is nothing but the cross check you have to take. The velocity which you have calculated should comes within the range of 1.8 meter per second to 2 meter per second. Okay, it should not be less than 1.8, it should not be greater than 2.4. okay, why? Because if it is less, then sufficient backwashing will not going to occur. If it is more, then chances of drawing of the sand, movement of the sand upward in the wash water troughs, that will going to occur, and that care you have to take. Hence, due to this thing, we have to maintain this velocity of flow in the manifold. This is one check. 1.8 मीटर पर सेकंड टू 2.4 मीटर पर सेकंड ह्या रेंज मध्ये आपली velocity आली पाहिजे मॅनिफोल्ड मधल्या वॉश वॉटरची. Okay, then one assumption here also, assume rate of washing of filter be 45 centimeter rise per minute to 60 centimeter rise per minute. Okay, the rate of washing of filter should be within this corresponding range, 55 centimeter rise per minute to 60 centimeter rise per minute. This is required during back calculation of design of wash water troughs. Now just we have calculated wash water, we have seen the calculation with respect to wash water discharge and velocity. Then after you have done calculation for wash water discharge and velocity, next by taking the reference of feet, we have to design, or we have to go to the step number 4, and step number 4 depends on step number 3, design of wash water troughs. That is nothing but the step number 4. Where are wash water troughs? These are nothing but the location of wash water troughs. What is the purpose of providing wash water trough? In the theory class we have discussed about the application of the wash water troughs, and we have seen description or use of wash water troughs. Because backwashing phenomenon, due to the backwashing phenomenon of rapid sand filter, wash water troughs are required, and wash water troughs perform the function of holding the backwash water and passing the backwash water towards the inlet chamber, and inlet chamber passes it to the main wash water gutters. Okay, it takes part in the process of the backwashing. Hence wash water troughs are necessary. If it is not there, manually we have to do the backwashing, and wash water troughs saves a lot amount of the work, or lot of labors are saved due to the placement of wash water troughs. And we will see how to design the wash water troughs. This is enlarged section of the wash water troughs. Actually these are nothing but the wash water troughs, and these troughs we have to design. That is next step, step number 4. In the design of wash water troughs, the steps are, just a minute. In the design of wash water troughs, step number 1 is nothing but spacing of wash water trough should be 1.5 to 2 meter. Here, this spacing should be 1.5 to 2 meter. Then dimensions of flat bottom troughs are designed by using an empirical formula. And this shape of the trough is nothing but trapezoidal shape, but its design is quite complicated. We have to simply design the flat bottom troughs, means it is having the width and it is having the height or proper depth. Simple design we have to use, and that simple design is known as the flat bottom troughs. We are going to design this type of the troughs. Suppose this is one trough, second, third trough. Okay, dimensions of flat bottom trough are designed by using an empirical formula. Q is equal to 1.376 B into H raised to 3 by 2. By using an empirical formula, 1.376 B into H raised to 3 by 2. And Q is nothing but not your demand in million liters per day. Not demand in million liters per day. That Q is nothing but backwash water ज्यावेळी इंट्रोड्यूस होत असतं त्यावेळी डिस्चार्ज जो असतो वॉश वॉटर ट्रक मध्ये जे वॉटर कलेक्ट होतं, ज्या फ्लो कलेक्ट होतो त्यालाच आपण म्हणतो डिस्चार्ज इन मीटर क्यूब पर सेकंड और टोटल वॉटर रिसीव्ड बाय ट्रफ इन मीटर पर सेकंड ड्यूरिंग बैक वॉशिंग, दैट इज क्यू. We will see also how to calculate the discharge in wash water troughs. Then B is equal to width of the trough in meter. Small b is equal to here width of the trough in meter. Formula is equal to Q is equal to 1.376 B into H raised to 3 by 2. B is nothing but width of the trough, that this width is in meter, and H is nothing but what remains, height or depth of the water in the trough in meter, that is nothing but this value H. Suppose this is nothing but the water which is present inside the trough, and that water or a height of the water is nothing but the water, and its corresponding height or water depth in the trough in meter is H or small d सुद्धा काही वेळेला म्हणतात. Okay, this formula you have to remember, 1.376 B into H raised to 3 by 2, and all the units are in meter. That you have to remember. When both the sides units are the same, your answer is correct. Otherwise, mistakes has been carried out. Then step number 5 is nothing but, or last step, that is nothing but, I think last step, that is nothing but estimation of thickness of sand bed. Estimation of thickness of sand bed. Last step means which step is remaining in the design of sedimentation tank. Directly we are calculating because it is similar to a rectangular chamber, but when filter is there is a lot of things are involved, not only a rectangular chamber. Because sedimentation tank design च्या वेळी आपण बघितलं फक्त एक रेक्टँग्युलर टँक असतो, त्याची विड्थ आपण कॅल्क्युलेट करतो, लेंथ आपण कॅल्क्युलेट करतो आणि करस्पॉन्डिंग डेप्थ आपण कॅल्क्युलेट करतो. पण ह्या केसमध्ये डेप्थ कॅल्क्युलेट करायला आपल्याला खूप स्टेप फॉलो करायला लागतात, डिटेल स्टेप फॉलो करायला लागतात. कारण की ह्या रेक्टँग्युलर टँकमध्ये किंवा रेक्टँग्युलर चेंबरमध्ये एनक्लोज काय केलेलं असतं फिल्टरमध्ये, या रेक्टँग्युलर चेंबरमध्ये एनक्लोज केलेलं असतं फिल्टरमध्ये, दॅट इज नथिंग बट फिल्टर मीडिया, आणि एनक्लोज केलेलं असतं ते अंडर ड्रेनेज सिस्टीम. त्यामुळे थिकनेसला इस्टिमेट करायला सँड बेडचे आपल्याला ह्या प्रिव्हियस स्टेप कॅरी आउट करायला लागतात. त्यावेळेस आपल्याला स्टेप नंबर 5 भेटते, दॅट इज एस्टिमेशन ऑफ थिकनेस ऑफ सँड बेड. Now we will see how to estimate the thickness of sand bed. Where is the sand bed? This is nothing but the sand, and this thickness we have to calculate. that is thickness of sand bed. But overall depth of the filter, how we will get? By adding all the things. That's a freeboard, water depth, freeboard, this is then water depth, wash water troughs depth, then sand depth, gravel depth, overall depth of the filter we will get after adding all these things. But first we will calculate the thickness of sand bed. Okay, this is nothing but enlarged view. We are dealing with this step, that is estimation of thickness of sand bed. Here in the estimation of thickness of sand bed, certain assumptions are there, and that assumptions we will see one by one. That is, depth of the sand is equal to 60 to 90 centimeter. That is, depth of the sand is equal to 60 to 90 centimeter. Also we have seen here what is the depth. You are able to see it is 75 centimeter. Range is 60 centimeter to 90 centimeter. Okay, then depth of the base material, or gravel is 30 centimeter to 60 centimeter, and gravel should be well graded. Then depth of the water over sand, this is gravel depth, 30 centimeter to 60 centimeter. Then depth of water over sand, that is 1 meter to 2 meter. This is nothing but the depth of water over sand is 1 meter to 2 meter. Then freeboard depth, that is minimum 5 centimeter we have to provide. And sand specification, particularly talking about the sand specification, the sand which is to be used in the filter media, it should have a maximum size of 1 mm, minimum size of 0.5 mm, and effective size should be range. Proper effective size should range between 0.75 to 0.45 to 0.7 mm. That is most common size. And uniformity coefficient is 1.3 to 1.7, nearly equal to unity. Okay, these assumptions we have to follow. Now minimum depth of the sand in meter, how we will going to calculate? Remember here some of you have questioned that depth of the sand, why it is necessary to calculate the depth of the sand, why there is a importance to calculate the depth of the sand. Why? Because gravel will going to perform the work of filtration, but at a smaller extent. Under drainage system will not going to perform the work of filtration. Wash water troughs will not going to perform the work of filtration. Who is the major part of performing the filtration? The major part which takes place in the filtration, that is nothing but 100% sand. Hence depth of the sand, thickness of the sand should be properly calculated. Hence we are discussing that, or this step, estimation of thickness of sand bed. आता ज्यावेळी आपण ऍक्च्युअल एक्झाम्पल सॉल्व करू त्यावेळी डेप्थ ऑफ द सॅन्ड आपण अज्युम करतो 60 to 90 सेंटीमीटर, आणि आपले जे सगळे पॅरामीटर्स आहेत ते या फॉर्म्युलामध्ये सबस्टिट्यूट करतो, आणि आपण परत एकदा डेप्थ ऑफ द सॅन्ड कॅल्क्युलेट करतो, आणि जर त्यावेळी 60 to 90 या रेंजमध्येच पाहिजे आपल्याला डेप्थ ऑफ सॅन्ड, त्यावेळीच फिल्ट्रेशन इफिशियंट होईल. आणि ज्यावेळी त्या रेंजमध्ये येते त्यावेळी आपले हे सगळे पॅरामीटर्स जे आहेत, यावेळी जे सगळे पॅरामीटर्स जे आहेत ते करेक्ट येतात. ओके, हेन्स मिनिमम डेप्थ ऑफ सॅन्ड इन मीटर इज इक्वल टू दिस फॉर्म्युला वी हॅव टू यूज. That is equal to L is equal to Q into D cube into H divided by 29323 BI. Okay, we will see one by one. Q is nothing but rate of filtration in meter cube per hour per meter square. Okay, that rate of filtration we will going to take, and maximum water which is coming, that maximum adverse condition we have to assume. त्यामुळे ह्याचा रेट ऑफ फिल्ट्रेशन आपण कॅल्क्युलेशनच्या वेळी बघू, त्यावेळी ह्याचा रेट ऑफ फिल्ट्रेशन काय होतो, डबल होतो. रेट ऑफ फिल्ट्रेशन काय होतं, डबल होतं ॲट एन इमर्जन्सी कंडिशन. त्यामुळे 5000 जर असेल तर 10,000 रेट ऑफ फिल्ट्रेशन घ्यावा लागतो ड्युरिंग डिझाइन ऑफ द डिसाइडिंग द डेप्थ ऑफ द सँड. देन sand size in mm, just we have seen Then terminal head loss in meter, that also we have to assume. Then breakthrough index means 0.4 into 10 raised to minus 4 to 6 into 10 raised to minus 3. Very important index, and it depends on degree of pretreatment and response to coagulation in the filter effluent. Okay, and breakthrough index, why it is introduced? Because if you have not assumed this breakthrough index, then you are not going to check the depth of the sand. Why? Because if depth of the sand is too much higher, 60 to 90 सेंटीमीटर पेक्षा जास्त असेल, then breaking of the floc will going to occur. जो floc तयार झालेला आहे coagulation flocculation मध्ये, there are chances to break that floc. त्यामुळे ही breakthrough index give an indication about the efficiency of the filter media, also very important. Hence it is directly related with the depth of the tank, hence it is used in this formula. And this formula we have to use, and we have to calculate the corresponding minimum depth of the sand, and we have to cross check that our assumption is correct or wrong. Then we will arrive that our calculations are correct with respect to the depth of the sand. Now all the things we have calculated, and last step also we have seen estimation of thickness of sand bed. But mostly in the exam they are asking about the design of under drainage system and design till the design of wash water tubs. They are not, till date they have not asked with respect to the thickness of sand bed. But as a practice, if it is asked, you should calculate the thickness of sand bed also, okay, by referring the design criteria. And what is remaining after thickness of sand bed? Just in the previous discussion I have explained with you that थिकनेस ऑफ सँड बेड कॅल्क्युलेट केल्यानंतर ओव्हरऑल थिकनेस किंवा डेप्थ कशी काढणार, ग्रॅव्हलचा लेअर त्याची हाईट येणार, सँडची हाईट येणार, वॉश वॉटर ट्रबची हाईट येणार, वॉटर लेवलची हाईट येणार आणि फ्री बोर्ड, हे सगळे ॲडिशन केल्यानंतर आपल्याला काय मिळते, थिकनेस ऑफ डेप्थ ऑफ द फिल्टर मीडिया और फिल्टर टँक मिळते. नाउ वी हॅव अराइव्ड ऑल द थिंग्स, मीन्स डेप्थ we have calculated, means all the major part of the design of rapid sand filter we have calculated, means length, breadth, first step we have calculated at the first step, and last if we arrive or calculate the depth of the filter media, finally after calculating the depth of the sand bed, 100% all the design steps will be completed. And this design is very much useful for you if you are working in future in this corresponding water supply engineering or in the water treatment plant construction. Hence a very important topic, a very important point we have discussed today. And design criteria of type 2 examples, okay, not complicated, but revision practice, I think 1 or 2 times is required in order to understand this example, because for previous years they are not asking such question, but more comprehensive, more detailed design they are asking in this corresponding previous years, 4 to 5 years. Hence we should be ready, we should be prepared. Whatever may be the type of the question comes in the exam, 100% we will tackle by reference, particularly talking about this design criteria. After knowing this criteria, whatever may be the value, whatever may be the assumption, 100% we will able to solve the corresponding example. This is for this corresponding lecture, and I have recorded this corresponding video in order to understand the things with respect to the type 2 example, or when the examiners or questions is like that, design completely a set of rapid sand filter. Design completely, that word requires a thorough knowledge about the design criteria, and that thorough knowledge I have taken. If you have any query, please share with me. And this is nothing but the design criteria required to solve the type 2 example. As a summary, I will want to share you that in this session or in this lecture I have discussed about all the design criteria required for solving detailed design of filter unit, or solving the design of under drainage system, solving the design of wash water tubs and sand thickness, means overall design requirement I have shared, I have discussed in this corresponding video. And next lecture, by taking the reference of this design criteria, in next lecture by taking the reference of this design criteria, we will solve one example. I will end up this session. Thank you very much for your patience listening this lecture and attending this session. We will meet in the next lecture with the design example of this based on this design criteria. Thank you very much. I am ending the today's session.